Well, that's the way to start. Hey, everybody, it's time to go Balls Deep.
The EA Sports College Football Headquarters Podcast.
Oh, my God. So we're trying different studio options, and, you know, inside, it's too echoey. Rich and I are both real fancy, and we don't have carpet floors. He's got hardwood, I got tile in my house, so we got all this echo. And so it turns out outside there's no echo, but you know what there is dogs.
Yeah, there's our two dogs, or my two dogs.
Yeah,
and one of them's got a squeak toy, so it sounds like somebody's murdering something. That's what it is.
Yeah, dude, that's great. Although if you hear the panting and the that's actually Anthony's mom.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. And dude, speaking of moms or of beaches.
Yeah, beaches.
Yeah. So tell me, Anthony, how is it going, like, getting time to play college football?
Well, so my wife is not amused.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I bet there's a lot of that out there.
Yeah, so, you know, she's not a fan of me playing video games anyway because she feels like I'm better than that. I can do more with my life.
Right.
But I'm like, you know, it's my time, and this is kind of how I like to relax. I like to play college football, which, oddly enough, not real relaxing, as I'm getting the fucking shit beat out of me.
Yeah, that's the
all
truth.
I want is nobody to be in the house so that I can stare at the TV while I go, unfucking believable.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
But, yeah, my wife not amused, so I tend to play, you know, when she's not around, or if she's, you know, doing something else or whatever, and she's basically occupied.
Right.
But let me tell you, there's times where I'll play, and I think, oh, my wife's out.
Yeah.
And then that door opens, and I'll tell you, my
Dude, it's
fucking
like,
heart.
yeah,
I feel like
it's
she
like
just
when
called
you
me
get caught
jerking
jerking
off.
off.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's like I turn around, I'm like, it was a spider on my leg, and then I'm like, and she's like, and she just has this look on her face, right? She just has this look on her face of total disappointment.
Yeah,
in me.
like she'd have been happier if she did catch you.
Yeah,
jerking
like
off
at least
instead
that.
of
Yeah, I mean,
who was the guy on Howard Stern who would tell the jokes?
Jackie
the Joke Man. Yeah, and he had one joke. You know what's the most sensitive part of a man's body while he's masturbating? The ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, man.
Checking that door.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like an 8-year-old kid. I just got caught like playing with matches or something. It's terrible.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
a
so
grown ass man.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm like fully old, like fully formed adult, and here I am, really worried about, you know, is she gonna catch me playing this game that I fucking bought in a house that I pay for? And dude, I'll tell you, it's a little it's silly, right? But I've tried several things to try to get her into it, like so. You know, for my offline dynasty, right? We got the Buffalo Bulls, so I tried to get her a Buffalo Bulls cheerleading outfit.
Oh, now we're talking.
For her, right?
Yeah.
Not for me, for her.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So this way, when she's playing, when I'm playing, right? You know, she could stand there and she could cheer, and you know, maybe she could get me a drink or something, squirt some Gatorade in my eye, squirt something in my eye.
Yeah.
But she's not okay with that either. And so basically, the time I get to play is it's pretty limited, right? What about you?
Well, my wife is a lot more accommodating about that because, unlike you, I have degenerate tendencies.
Yeah.
And so I have had other things that occupy a bunch of my time that she really doesn't like.
Like chronic masturbation?
Yeah, well, that's okay because it takes the pressure off of her.
Sure.
You know, that's one of those things that she does support, just like playing Madden or playing college football, because, like, I used to have a drinking problem.
Sure.
And so rather than me, you know, getting a 6-pack or a bottle of tequila.
Would you even get a 6-pack? You weren't like much of a beer drinker.
I was more of a booze.
Like a boozy guy, right? Yeah.
And it was more like the bottom shelf stuff because I never had a lot of money because my wife doesn't work because she has chronic
Admiral
illness.
Nelson's?
Yeah, well, not quite that bad. But, dude, the move was to go find, like, when I drank beer, I would drink, like, Miller High Life.
Yeah.
Because it's cheap, but I like it.
And it's fancy, though. It's High Life right in the name.
It's the champagne of beer.
Or at least that's how it's advertised.
Yeah. No, it is the champagne of beers. Yeah, fuck that. It is.
So
anyway...
What other bad habits did you have?
I'm not done talking about drinking yet.
Okay.
So with booze,
for any of you guys out there that have drinking problems, this probably won't help.
Pro tips. Listen up. So, like, there were some things though, like Miller High Life. Oh, and the other one, PBR. I really like PBR, and that's cheap.
That's a professional bull riders.
Yeah, exactly.
Beer, right?
Yeah. You try to hold on for
actually,
eight
Pabst
seconds.
Blue Ribbon.
That too. Yeah. So anyway, with liquor, my liquor of choice was tequila. But good tequila is expensive. Sure. And, like, you can't drink. I love tequila. I could not drink Jose Cuervo Gold. That stuff is disgusting.
Yeah.
So find a tequila that is affordable, but I also like.
Something like Don Julio Reposado?
No, Don Julio I love.
Yeah, Blanco?
Añejo.
Yeah,
no, I
Añejo.
prefer Añejos, but it's too expensive.
Uh-huh.
But Sauza Commemorativo, Añejo, that stuff was great.
So for those of you that don't know, we both used to work at this huge liquor company. I worked there for like 19 years. And actually, I think on one of our recorded podcasts, we go into it a little bit about the fuckery that we used to do there. But one of the things we also used to do is get free booze.
Yeah, that was nice. So if I was going to drink like some Don Julio 1492, that's where it was going to come from.
Yeah,
somewhere free.
Yeah, somebody's going to give it to us.
But anyway, ultimately, when things got really bad and affordability became a big issue because of quantity, it was I like bourbon as well.
Uh-huh.
And, dude, I would love to be able to get a bottle of Knob Creek. I can't afford that.
Yeah.
So I found this rock gut bourbon that I really like called Evan Williams.
Yeah.
And, dude, that stuff, man, that's where it was at. To me, it tasted better than Jack Daniels, and it was dirt fucking cheap.
Nice.
So anyway, that's why my wife is cool. Well, that's one reason why my wife is cool with me playing. The other reason is because I have this other degenerate habit of smoking cigars.
Sure.
Because I'm fucking sophisticated.
So, okay, I got a good question.
Yeah.
So you have a good offline dynasty going.
Yeah.
Right? And I assume you've won a bowl game at this point.
I have.
Right?
I've won a couple, yeah.
Have you smoked a victory cigar?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No, I should do that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, would you do that? Is that something that...
maybe if I won a national championship.
Yeah.
But, dude...
If you do that, we got to get some pictures of it posted on the page, right? And because, people on our page, they get pretty excited when they win the natty, as they call it, right? And so, but nobody's really doing any big celebrations.
My wife's playing me for a fucking fool.
Yeah.
Because I never even connected the two of playing the game and smoking a cigar. Dude, I can't believe how much she's got me figured out. Like, that never even occurred to me to connect those two things.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, going forward.
Maybe slam some Evan Williams.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
Let's kick these bad habits right back off.
Right. Yeah. Every time I throw an interception, take a
shot.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God, if you just started doing that, you'd get divorced. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, I would, dude. Then I'd have even more time to play college football.
You'd get a lot better or a lot worse.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so the moral of the story is she's generally fine with me playing college football. And we live a really simple life where there's not a ton of stuff that needs doing around the house. And so that's key.
So I got another question. So when you're playing, where is she? Because you play in your living room.
I play in the
right?
living room. She's usually in the master
Now,
bedroom.
do you have the sound up?
No, I keep the sound down low.
So down
it's
low or
on.
off?
It's just low.
So what have you ever thought about maybe getting some like headphones or something?
Yeah, I have that. I'm too lazy for that.
Too lazy?
Yeah, to hook them up because I'd have to like disconnect them from my phone and then put them on the TV. I mean, I've done it.
So let me tell you something. So I have a pair of headphones so that because sometimes I wake up for work pretty early. And I'll try to get a game in before I go to work. Right. And so I'll put on the headphones and, I this way I could kind of hear the commentary and the game sound, music and everything. And let me tell you something that I really miss. And I miss this and I will never stop missing it is the custom stadium sounds.
Oh, yeah.
That you just can't do anymore.
Right. You could upload your own songs.
Dude, I miss it so much. So the other day I scored a touchdown and all I wanted to hear was DMX Party Up. And it didn't happen, and I was so sad. Dude. And so I've thought about, is there a way I can make just like a little playlist that I could, like a soundboard or something? Yeah, because I miss that shit so much. And it's something that I wish, I don't understand why we can't bring it back.
Probably licensing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if you're...
if you're uploading your own.
If you're uploading your own, who cares?
Yeah, right, because you already own that music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a really good point. And of course, I know we've talked about this before, but the ability to make your own signs.
Yeah, dude,
that was so fun.
Yeah, so
they've just been holding up a sign that says "Lick my balls."
Yeah, that was the best, especially because our buddy Trevor used to play this. You could make your own signs. I think it was like on the PS2.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was like maybe the 06 or 07
they nipped that
version.
In the bud.
Right? And our buddy Trevor, who is infinitely juvenile, would make the most juvenile signs possible. Yeah. And so when you'd be playing them at his stadium, all of a sudden you get like "tongue my bunghole" would be like the after a sack or something like that. Yeah. And he would just be over there giggling like nonstop, and it was so rude to see like that type of message come across and some happy fan holding it. Like that fucking fan made that at home and brought it to the stadium.
Yeah, dude, that's a good idea. Yeah, we should do that. Like next time we go to a football game, make a sign that says "tongue my butthole."
You can take it to the Raider games and you'll fit right in.
Yeah. So. All right, so what about, as we're recording this, we got these 2 dogs that are nonstop. So Anthony's told me, we're at Anthony's house, these are his dogs, and he's like, hey, man, just don't throw the ball. Because if you throw the ball, you're going to have to keep throwing the ball.
Yeah, they will go forever. And so Nick is a shepherd and chow mix. He's the more golden of the 2. Yeah. And he will keep doing this until his paws bleed. Right, yeah. and then, much like your wife, after a good weekend out, she's laid up for like 3 days. Right? Yeah, she's not doing anything.
Dude, that's the condition she's in right now.
Yeah, Nick he will do this until there's nothing left, and in the summer, we add going into the pool into the mix. Right, and then like eventually, I just have to stop because I'll start seeing bloody footprints around the pool.
Oh, dude, yeah,
but he'll just keep going. He doesn't care.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So,
dude, I only got 12 years on this earth to chase this ball.
Yeah, he's like, I'm getting it in.
I see the back legs are starting to stiffen up a
little bit.
Those back
legs have been going for like 7 years. He came, we rescued him, and for anybody that rescues pets, you're a fucking savage. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Right, but we rescued him. We actually rescued both. And he had bad hips right when we got him.
Yeah. Who rescued who?
He rescued us.
There you go. Yeah, dude, that's a thing with shepherds. You know, I had a shepherd who, her hips and her knees went out, and that's the way it goes. But anyway, the reason I brought it up, it's incredibly distracting, but that's okay. But also, your son is out here. Yeah. And your son earlier was banging something metal on something concrete behind us.
That was his head. He was.
That's right. And then he came up and was like laying on your back. Yeah. And how does that impact your ability to play college football? Because even when your wife's not here...
Yeah, he sometimes is. Now, occasionally, he will just kind of be doing his own thing. Maybe he'll get on his tablet or whatever, or he'll go outside, and he's getting old enough to where he can kind of go out and play with his friends for a little bit. And so I can get like the 45 or 50 minutes I need to knock out a game without too much interruption. But if I'm playing like offline, sometimes I'll just pause, make him some lunch, whatever, kind of come back to the game. Right. But I'm a rhythm player. I need to get into a good rhythm to play. And so he can be pretty distracting. But I factor it in as just crowd noise now. Right? I gotta keep my focus.
You gotta play through it.
Yeah, I'm all squiggly and shit. It's fucked up, right? He's in there. Dad, can I get some of this? Or Dad, can I have some candy? Dude. Like, dude, it's a big third down here, bro. Like, you gotta give me a break. And then he's like, "What's third down?" He doesn't. Yeah.
So we have in our league, some of us have been friends all the way back to like junior high school, and when you get to be our age, like. Anthony and I still talk pretty much every day, but we have other friends who we love dearly, but we just never really talk to each other. No. And we're still friends, and we're, close, but I don't know, as close as guys could be, I guess. Yeah. And one of our buddies who's in the league with us, we heard that he got divorced.
Oh, we're going to just start airing dirty laundry now.
Oh, I'm not saying who it is.
Oh, okay.
And not that it really matters, because that's not the point of this story. But, like, I had to play him that day in college football in our online dynasty. And, dude...
Did you talk about it the entire game? Well, especially like every big third down?
That was my strategy.
So how's your heartbreak there, buddy?
Yeah, That was the plan. Is like, first of all, he'd been divorced for like 6 months, and somehow none of us had heard about it. And so I'm like, all right, dude.
Now, is that our fault, or you think that's his?
That's his fault.
Yeah, I think I'm putting it on his fucking doorstep, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, reach out, buddy.
But at least, like, he didn't call us like, dude, I need a place to live. Can I crash on your couch for a while? You know, at least he didn't have to do that. So anyway, that's the plan. Like, dude, well, I got to ask him about it. And so since I have to ask him about it anyway, I'm just going to wait for a big third down.
Yeah, that's what I would do, too.
And then be like, all right, 3rd and 7. I really need this one. Hey, dude. Did you get divorced? Tell me about that. Snap the ball.
That's some psychological warfare you got going there.
Yeah. But, dude.
Let's get into your feelings right now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, man. How did that make you feel? Yeah. What about your kids?
His kids are grown.
Fuck them. So, anyway. But, dude, in typical guy fashion, we played the whole game.
Yeah.
And we talked through the controller.
Sure.
And it never came up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally we get to the end of the game and I'm like, all right, now that the game's over, I got to actually ask him about it.
Yeah. So do you think his wife was amused?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
And then it turns out that as soon as the game ends, the sound shuts off.
Yeah.
And so I went to ask him about it, and he wasn't even on anymore.
So did you call him?
No, I texted him.
Yeah.
Calling's too personal.
Yeah.
So I texted him. I'm like, hey, dude, I meant to ask you this. Did you get divorced? And he's like, yeah, I kept meaning to tell you.
Yeah. Meaning so hard I couldn't raise my fingers to text anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
he's also a member of our page, and anybody that guesses is going to get $1 free.
Hey, nice.
Yep.
Nice. Via Zelle or Venmo or whatever. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it'll be our next contest, the Guess Who Just Got Divorced contest.
But, dude, I mean, and you could probably guess a third of the members on our page, and you would guess right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This one in particular, though, yeah. So, anyway.
We got to be guys supporting guys. Maybe we need, like, another companion page. The divorced headquarters.
Right, the support group.
Yeah, the support group.
Page,
guys could get together like once a week and talk about their
But dude, all they're going to talk about is just how many fucking interceptions they keep throwing.
How much more time they have to play.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the peace of mind. You know, I just play naked now, and I don't care if anybody walks in.
Yeah. Dude, that's good times. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to today's sponsor. We have a new sponsor for the program. And this sponsor is Jelly's Snot Knockin' Barbecue.
Holy shit. Have you been yet?
No, I've not been. I don't think they have locations this far west.
No, so they're mainly based
Tennessee,
in the middle. Yeah, I guess, is that the Midwest? That's not the Midwest.
No, it's like
the Sun Belt, I guess, right?
I don't know.
It's in the Sun Belt Conference.
The Bible Belt.
So Jelly's Snot Knockin' Barbecue, home of the pregame victory dessert.
Okay.
Right? You go in from the time you walk in there. First off, it smells amazing.
Yo, it's barbecue place.
There's memorabilia everywhere.
All right.
And then when you sit down, they bring over a huge tray of desserts, and you got to eat one now because the second you walk in there, you have already won.
Right. It's like the pregame victory parade where, hey, we're going to have a parade because we're winners, but we don't want to be all like tired and shit and beat up like we are after the game.
No, the parade.
So we do the parade first.
Yeah, the parade starts. And here's the thing is when you get to the end of a good barbecue meal, right, the last thing you're thinking is, oh, now I need dessert because
you're so full.
Yeah, you're so full, right? So here they fucking crack the code, man. They bring that shit out first and you eat that shit now. Right?
Dude,
and then
that's genius.
Yeah, you get into the dessert and dude, let me tell you, the brisket is amazing.
All right. So what is their position on buck stuff?
Buck stuff, there is no buck stuff here. You get no buck stuff allowed.
No buck stuff allowed. All right. Good to know. All right. So that's good barbecue. Yep. If you're in the area, check out Jelly's Snot Knockin' Barbecue. Yet another fine sponsor of the EA Sports College Football Podcast. Balls Deep, I should say.
Yeah.
Balls Deep. The EA Sports College Football Podcast.
Another great episode, Al.
Hell yeah, dude. Yep. All right. For Anthony Scafacci, my name is Alan Gigax, and we will catch you all next time.
Take it easy.